Chelsea haven't just signed players this summer, they've built a squad around a football philosophy. And that's the biggest difference between this transfer window and the ones we've seen in recent years. If you look closely at every arrival, you'll notice a clear pattern. These aren't random signings based on reputation or hype. Every player fills a tactical need in Xabi Alonso's system. That's why, for the first time in a long time, Chelsea fans have a reason to believe this project is heading in the right direction. Let's start with Morgan Rogers because, in my opinion, he's the signing that changes everything. Last season, Chelsea often controlled possession but struggled to turn that dominance into clear-cut chances. Against teams that defended deep, the attack could become predictable. Rogers solves one of those biggest problems. He's one of the Premier League's best progressive ball carriers, capable of receiving the ball under pressure, driving past defenders, and creating space for everyone around him. He can play on the left, behind the striker, or even drift centrally, giving Alonso the positional flexibility he loves. Chelsea haven't just signed another attacker, they've signed a player who can become the creative heartbeat of this team. Then you have Jamie Gittins and Giovanni Quinda. These signings tell you exactly how Chelsea want to attack next season. Modern football is increasingly decided by players who can beat their marker one-on-one, especially against teams that sit deep. Gittins brings explosive pace, direct dribbling, and unpredictability. Quinda offers relentless work rate, tactical intelligence, and the versatility to play in multiple roles. Together, they give Chelsea something they lacked consistently last season: genuine width and the ability to stretch opposition defenses. They're also the type of players who fit Alonso's demand for aggressive pressing immediately after losing possession. The improvements don't stop there. Valentin Barco could quietly become one of the smartest additions of the window. Chelsea have lacked balance on the left side for several seasons. Barco is comfortable stepping into midfield during build-up, progressing the ball through pressure, and delivering quality crosses into dangerous areas. He adds another dimension to Chelsea's attack because opponents can no longer focus solely on stopping the middle of the pitch. Alongside him is Marco Palestra, another technically gifted fullback who reflects where modern football is heading. Fullbacks are no longer just defenders, they're playmakers, midfielders, and creators depending on the phase of play. Both players fit perfectly into Alonso's positional football. Defensively, the signing of Maxence Lacroix could prove just as important. One of the defining characteristics of Alonso's teams is their willingness to defend high up the pitch. That style only works if your center backs are quick enough to recover when opponents break through. Lacroix gives Chelsea recovery pace, aerial strength, and experience defending large spaces. His arrival allows Chelsea to compress the pitch, press higher, and sustain attacks for longer periods without constantly worrying about balls played over the top. When you step back and look at the squad as a whole, the changes become obvious. Chelsea have addressed creativity through Morgan Rogers. They've improved width and one-on-one quality through Gittins and Quinda. They've strengthened build-up play with Barco and Palestra. They've added defensive security with Lacroix. Perhaps most importantly, they've increased tactical flexibility. Alonso can now switch between different formations without making wholesale changes because many of these players are comfortable operating in multiple positions. That gives Chelsea solutions during matches instead of forcing them into one predictable style of play. But despite all the positives, there are still questions that need answering before the season begins. The goalkeeper situation remains uncertain. Alonso has reportedly chosen to assess his current options during pre-season before deciding whether another signing is necessary. Defensive midfield also lacks proven depth behind Moises Caicedo, whose importance to this team cannot be overstated. And while Chelsea now have goals spread across several attacking players, whether they possess a striker capable of consistently delivering 20 to 25 Premier League goals over the course of a season remains to be seen. Those are probably the final pieces needed to complete the puzzle. What should Chelsea fans realistically expect this season? Expect a team that dominates possession with purpose rather than simply keeping the ball. Expect aggressive pressing from the front. Expect constant movement, positional rotations, and far more control in games than we've seen in recent years. Most importantly, expect a Chelsea side that finally looks like it has an identity. Success isn't guaranteed because football never works that way. But one thing is clear. This is no longer a squad assembled for different managers with different ideas. It's a squad built specifically for Xabi Alonso's football. If these players adapt quickly and continue to develop together, Chelsea won't just be chasing a top-4 finish. They'll have every reason to believe they can challenge the very best teams in England and Europe over the coming seasons.